Hey everyone, Tim here, Headgear Garage. Hey, we're getting ready to start on a brand new project this week. You might recognize this project as it's been in the shop before, but we're going to do something completely different. We're planning a big old 3-day thrash on this thing and just try to give it a complete makeover. Hopefully you won't even recognize it from the start to finish. This is the one that we did replaced both front fenders on it, and then we did some work in the rear end just replacing the seal around the cover. It's the one that we found all the metal chunks in it, and it had a bad spider gear in it. That has since been replaced. I don't know if you remember, but the Jeep belonged to my cousin. He brought it up for me to work on. Well, he's going to help this week, so let me introduce you to him. It's my cousin Brad. This will be his first time on, but that was Brad. You'll see a lot of him. He's going to be doing a bunch of this work. It's his Jeep. I'm here to actually help more than to do it. So we're going to thrash on this bad boy for the next 3 days. We'll just give a quick overview. We're looking to do a bed liner paint job on it. As you can see, somebody at some point has painted it a matte black. So we're just going to sand this down real quick, scuff it up, and hit it with a good bed liner material, make it a lot more rock solid. If the powder cutter comes through for us, we have new rims for it and new tires. They were supposed to be done today. We went out, he hadn't even started them yet. He promised me he should have them done by tomorrow now, so, fingers crossed. And then we're looking at maybe, what else are we looking to do?
Possibly spray the inside the tub.
Possibly do the inside of the tub. Maybe if we have time, there's
hitch haul.
Hitch hauler and the center console. You want to spray that if we can. We brought some paint for that, which I think we might have time for. We're going to see. It's going to depend on how long it takes us to really sand down, mask off, and paint this, which I don't think is going to take us much more than a day or so. That's famous last words right there, I guarantee it. So, yeah, first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to get the pressure washer out, and we're going to clean the undercarriage of this thing up, because that's the other thing we're going to do. We're going to paint the frame on this thing. This has a patched frame. It's in great shape now because of that, and we want to keep it that way. The rest of the frame was good. It just has the typical patches on the rear humps. So he wants to paint it all up, keep it good. He's put a new clutch in this recently, what all else you put in there?
Slave cylinder, flywheel, rear main seal, and the rear end was rebuilt. So
there you go. I mean, and then before he brought it up the last time, he had the engine. They did a in-engine bay rebuild on. And the engine runs great, so yeah, he's going to have it. He's got some ducts in there. Look at that. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to do that. You'll see, we plan to take these off. They just drill out so we can get underneath and clean up the fender underneath. We'll paint these as well, probably put them back on just because they'll look good in black. When I did the fenders, I put these new bolts in with riv nuts. We're going to probably do that on the back now, depending on how well these come out. If these come right out, we won't bother because it looks like they're pretty much about the same thing anyway. But if we have to, we can riv nut them. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let's get the pressure washer out. We'll get set up and clean this bad boy up real quick. All right, we got it cleaned off on the underside, so we're ready to, once it dries, hit it with some chassis saver. Now we're thrashing on prepping it so we can start sanding it to spray it. We got one of the wiper blades off, the other one's fighting us, so I think we're just going to raise it up and wrap it and cover it up real well and not mess with it. I don't want to break a wiper motor. Next step is we're going to start taking off the little bits and pieces that we can, so we don't have to mask around. We don't want to have to mask around these little rubber hood things. He gets the top off. We'll tape along this line right here, throw some plastic over. Like I said, we hopefully have new rims and tires coming. But yeah, let's get to thrashing here. I'm going to set you guys up the best I can. My tripod broke, so I'm using a magnetic mount instead. Updates, we've got the hood latches off, got the bump stops from both sides off, got the mirrors on both sides off. Brad is back here working on, he got the spare tire off, he's working on getting the rubber bumps off. Got the last of those coming off right now, so we're making some headway pretty quickly. We just got to dig the flares off yet, and then we can start masking. Guess we'll take the headlights out too. And we don't have to mask around those. Yeah, so we're making some headway. You did get the top off, obviously you can see that. All right, you want to see the typical Jeep thing? Like Pole Barn Garage was here. Got a self-tapper, holding one bolt of the fender flare was a self-tapper. Gotta love that ingenuity. You know, temporary fix is only temporary until it's permanent, right? All right, a little more update. We got headlight out on one side, working on the other side. He is working on these back flares. And these. All right, next update. We got the back tires off on both sides. We just took the inner fender out. I just pressure washed this side to get all the crap out of it. He's over there doing the other side right now. It's a quick glance at the floor. You can see the amount of junk coming out of it. But we did all that so we can get to, let's see if I can get these in here and show you. These things here just spin. All of them are just spinning. So we had to get in here so we could hold them. All right, let's bring you up to speed here. We got these flares off on both sides. We've got flares off on the front. Getting ready to put the tires back on the back so we can lower it back down. On the back, we got the tail lights off and the license plate off. Guess we'll probably have to take this off. This one's off. We have a little rust here. We're going to dry this out and hit it with some rust converter before we put that all back together. Okay, we're getting the last of the flares off on this side. There. Said we got the headlights off. We're going to lower it back down. Once we get the tires back on, we're going to drill these rivets out and take these off so we can prep everything there. We're going to paint these again. Well, we're going to paint them, not again. We're going to paint them and put them back on. But yeah, we're about ready to start sanding. All right, another update. We've started sanding. He's actually just found a dealership sticker underneath there. He just heat gunned and razor bladed that off, so it's looking much better.
Door back.
Okay, and I'm up here. Just took those flares or those covers on the fenders off, those diamond plate. Took those diamond plate pieces off the fenders and decided to just weld the holes back up, and we'll grind them down. Since we're using bed liner material, we don't have to get it perfect, just get them solid again. So I've already done this side. This side we put it together, welded them up and ground them down. So now I just got to grind that side down. So there's the next update. All right, we're going to do some sanding. We're just going to throw this on time lapse for you guys. I'm going to turn the music on so we can listen to something, and you guys enjoy the show. Alexa, play the station Hair Metal. right, so here's the update. We just went through and did the initial sand on it. You still see some spots, like right through here. It looks like it's pretty shiny yet. We're going to have to hit that a little harder, I think. But overall, I mean, we're wiping it down. Same here. Looks just a couple spots might still be a little shiny, nothing big. Brad has gone through and pulled off the trail rated badges. I'll show you those in a second, but you can see we're getting it scuffed down pretty good. The weld ups turned out pretty good. Didn't do a lot with those, but we got to clean it a little more, and then we'll look for shiny spots. But as with those trail rated badges, I went through and cleaned them up, gave them a quick spray paint of gray. After they dry, I'll take a block and paper and sand the tops of them to sand off all the raised lettering and mountains. And then we're going to go back through as we spray. As he lays on a nice heavy coat, we'll just press them back in, and they'll kind of emboss into the bed liner material, and that should hold them in place. I think it's going to look pretty cool that way. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. But yeah, we're going to finish working on this sanding and cleaning up here, and then we're going to start the long, tedious process of masking. Our goal is to have it all masked by the end of the day today, which we should. I mean, it's only maybe 1:30? 2:30. Yeah, 2:30. So it's 2:30. So that gives us a couple hours to finish this up and mask. There's really not that much masking to do here until you start. And then you're like, holy cow, there's a lot of masking to do here. So we'll do that. We're going to fire the music back up and lay back into her. All right, first day is almost in the books. We got some exciting news. The powder coater contacted us. He did get the rims done. So we got those dropped off at the tire shop. Hopefully they're done today even too. That would be great. As far as the Jeep goes, we are in the masking process. We've got most everything taped off that we need to tape off. We're getting ready to put some plastic up and over to close in the cab again. And then we just have to get the windshield papered off. And we'll bag up the wheels, bag up the Nerf bars, I think. Or are we going to do the Nerf bars? Yeah, we're going to do the Nerf bars. We're just going to tape off the pads. And then we're going to get some foil and cover these and get a cardboard in here. So that's the update. We're going to get back at it, and I'll bring you back when we got more to show. Day 2 on the 3-day thrash. We're getting ready to start spraying. Mix the first jug. All right, it's time for the unwrapping. This baby's looking good. turn out. You can't see where we welded these holes up at all.
Throwing this away.
Yeah, that's all garbage. Get you loose over here, you better peel it right back. Just amazing. Put all that time into masking it, takes hours. All comes off in a matter of minutes.
When you get a hold of it.
All right, we got some updates. Got some parts going back on. Brad got the mirrors on already. After repainting them, they came out fantastic. They look great. He just put them on backward. He got the driver's side on the passenger side.
Did I really?
No. We got the antenna has been resprayed, except for the very bottom here. It's in the vise drying. That's what's holding it. We got the headlight benzels are resprayed. We've got headlights and turn signals on the front are in. Started work on installing the latch for the hood. We're gonna get the bottom one on. Gas cap covers back in. License plates on. And he's working on tail lights and turn signals. He's got one, well, we accidentally put the wrong one on the wrong side. This is the driver's side, has the light for the license plate on it. So we gotta take that one back apart and flip-flop them. The spare tire is mounted, the rubber all mounted. It's looking good. We'll keep going here and I'll keep updating. Now that these things are dry, they are good and locked in. But yeah, we still got to wire up these, or not wire up, but remount the fog lights. They're stuck back in the grill here right now, where we put them, covered them so they wouldn't get painted on. Okay, here's the next update. We got a new prop rod for the hood we're going to install. Here's the old one there. So we got a whole new one and a clip already up here. Yeah, clips right there. And we got both taillights installed, both functioning, although we put one of them on upside down.
That's easy.
It even says top right on it. I'm glad I got that on camera.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't here, because I put the hood latch on 3 times before I figured out it was the wrong side. And you can't just spin them.
No, you know what? I might have done that one myself.
I had to grind the tabs off the bottom of that one.
That's funny. Yeah, it says top on it.
Can you tell I'm a little anxious to get it back together?
And he is now working on getting the front flares cleaned up. We actually have to put the rear flares, we have to put some rib nuts in for that first, or actually it had bolts on it, didn't it?
Yes.
So we can actually just reconnect it. We just have to do it before we put those back in. Yeah. We may have to throw the top on it before we can do much more, because it's starting to cloud up and we got to get that top on while it's nice and hot. right before lunch, we have the top back on. That was fun. Starting to look like a roadworthy Jeep again. But we're gonna go get some lunch, I think. Come back out, start installing some fender flares. And then it's up onto the lift, pop the tires off, paint, put the new tires on. Which I don't know if I've showed you yet. All right, our latest update here. We got headlight benzels are all painted up and put back in. Fender flares are on this side completely. As we saw, the top went on already. Fog lights, driving lights, whatever you want to call them, are back on and wired up, and we shortened the wire. It was a little long. Fender flares on here, and we are currently working on doing this side, putting in new riv nuts the whole way around to mount that thing on. Once we get that done, we're going to put it up on the lift, knock the tires off, clean the underside, and start painting it. All right, we got her up in the air. Getting ready to knock the tires off. He's underneath right now. Brad is under here with the wire brush, cleaning up. As you can see, though, I mean, it's not in terrible condition under here. It's a little dirty. What more would you expect of a vehicle? 1988 or 1998? Excuse me, 1998. It looks pretty good. Get you a nice close up of all the spots we got to clean. Like, still good and solid. Like I said, it's now. So we're gonna do that. He's gonna finish cleaning, getting everything, just the loose stuff knocked off. That's all we got to do with it. And I'll get the tires off of it, and then we're going to put a drop cloth down once we do all that, and start slathering the old rust bullet onto it. Good old Amazonian special. Used it before. I really like it. Not sponsored. Just think it's a good product. But yeah, let me get you set up here. I'm going to take the tires off. All right, he's getting ready to paint underneath there. But in the meantime, I went and rebuilt the rear brakes. Yep, look at that. As Derek would say, lost the receipts. But there they are, rebuilt. Freshly rebuilt rear brakes. Awesome. No, I know he just had it redone, but I went and rebuilt the rear diff again for him. You know, that's what family does. And then while we were at it, just went ahead and rebuilt the front diff. So it's, yeah, this thing is just, it's showroom. I mean, this baby's ready for, what is it, Barrett Johnson or whatever that place is? Yeah, yeah. Looking good. Now, seriously, getting ready to do the black underneath. It's going to be a little shinier than the rest of the vehicle. You know, you like to put the mirrors underneath the vehicle so you get that nice high gloss under here. And then you get the matte finish everywhere else. So it's just that contrast. We're going to make it look like it is ready to be on a dealer floor. We're at my favorite part. Got the plastic drop cloth down like a scene from Godfather. Hey, Fat Tony, stay on the plastic. We got some work being done. And then bam! Down he goes. Sorry, had to do it. Did it last time, doing it this time. The painting has begun. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at that. I said, just look at that. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Well, we're looking at the top of his head. There we go. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Long way to go, though. Long, long way to go. Only about 4 hours left. I told him an hour. I lied. Takes forever. It's going to be here all night. I'm going to bed.
Keep the happy dads coming.
All right, he's made some pretty good progress. It's his Jeep. I'm letting him get all nasty. As you can see, frame is pretty well painted on the front side. The axle's painted up. Little miss around the front diff here. No big deal.
New brush.
Yeah, he's too close to the diff. He didn't want to splatter, so he's got to get a new brush. That makes sense. I get that. Go underneath here. Try not to get in any of this. Got the skid plate done. Still got to do the oil pan.
Yeah, I missed that, didn't I?
Got a little bit. That frame's pretty well tied up. Trying to figure out though. Hasn't done the outside here yet, but he's working his way around. Trying to figure out if he's got more on the frame or on himself at this point, because wow, gloves are sticking to him. I hated this job when I did it. But we're getting there. And by we, I mean him, because I haven't touched the brush yet. All right, we'll bring it back when we get her done. It is official. He has her all painted. And it looks fabulous. Now we did go through in areas like where this bolt is. We just used spray paint because you do not want to put that rust bullet on anything with threads. You'll never get it back apart. So let's keep going here. Look at her. Just look at it. It looks fantastic. Yes. Hit the fuel tank cover with a little bit of extra red. Axle looks good. Zoomed in here. It's really glossy right now, and it will be really glossy tomorrow. Spending the next hour here getting rid of his tattoos. He's all tatted here. Woohoo! Oh my God. Yes. All right, so we got the center console out of it. The lock set was here, and it was broken, and it was the button part of it. But so we just deleted it, and we're gonna try filling it with a little tiger hair, little fiberglass, reinforced fiberglass filler. Filled it up there, filled some screw holes here. We're gonna let that cure, sand her down, and then this needs gonna get repainted anyway. So, you know, fingers crossed that works. A little bit of work later, and it's in pretty good shape. Got one little pit, one little tiny pit right there. Maybe I'll see if I have some glazing, throw in that to fill that hole. Otherwise, sand it up, probably ready for paint. Won't have to worry about your elbow getting caught in that little hole. All right, we're at the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the big reveal. It's been a long, hard 3 days, mainly for Brad, but we're finally there, and I think he's got something he can be proud of now. He was very happy with it before, but now it's something to really take in. It looks great. So without any further ado, let's take a good look at it. test drive with the new tires, fresh paint, all new look. Happy with it? All right. Awesome. They like to throw rocks. Awesome.
Oh man.
55. Tracking straight, smooth, quiet for a Jeep. There you have it, folks. Another successful completion of a project here at Headgear Garage. It was a taxing 3 days, but one of those 3-day projects that just make you feel so good when you finish it. But either way, it is finished, and we are moving more forward for the next project. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button. Both cost you nothing. Both go a long way towards helping the channel. Either way, glad you were here. Hope you liked it. Hope to see you on the next one. Tim, Headgear Garage, we're out.